Ever wonder what your daily shower would look like if you were teleported back to the 1700s? You'd probably be the cleanest person on the planet, and also the most terrified. Today, we're obsessed with being squeaky clean, showering daily, armed with an arsenal of soaps, scrubs, and lotions. But just a few centuries ago, people genuinely believed that taking a bath could literally kill you. So, how did our ancestors survive without smelling like a dumpster fire? And what on earth made them so scared of a simple splash? Get ready, because we're diving headfirst into the stinking, shocking, and surprisingly scientific world of 18th century hygiene. You might want to hold your nose for this one. Imagine a world without germ theory, a world where the most brilliant minds believed that diseases floated in the air like an invisible, deadly fog. This was the era of the Miasma Theory. People thought that foul smells, or miasmas, rising from swamps, garbage, and decaying matter were the direct cause of illnesses like cholera and the plague. It wasn't the bacteria they were afraid of. It was the stench itself. Now, here's where it gets really weird. They believed that your skin was a porous barrier, full of tiny holes. When you took a hot bath, the warm water would open up these pores. And what happens when you open the gates? The enemy gets in. In their minds, an open pore was an open invitation for deadly miasmas to invade the body and wreak havoc. Water, especially hot water, wasn't a cleanser. It was a Trojan horse for death. Doctors of the time would have warned you quite seriously that soaking in a tub was like rolling out the red carpet for disease. You'd be diluting your body's natural, protective filth and leaving yourself vulnerable to every foul vapor wafting down the street. It sounds bizarre to us, but for them, it was cutting-edge science. So if you couldn't wash with water, what was a respectable or even royal person to do? Welcome to the world of dry cleaning. If you were an aristocrat at the court of Versailles, your morning routine wouldn't involve a shower. Instead, you perform a toilette à sec. This involved vigorously rubbing your body with clean, dry linen cloths. The idea was that the friction from the fabric would scrub away dirt and soak up sweat. Servants would bring stacks of fresh white linen, and the dirtier the cloth got, the cleaner you were considered to be. It was a status symbol. After your dry bath, you wouldn't reach for deodorant, you'd reach for perfume, and not just a delicate spritz. We're talking heavy, overpowering scents designed to mask, not eliminate, body odor. Men and women alike doused themselves in musk, ambergris, and powerful floral concoctions. They even carried around pomanders, little ornate balls filled with fragrant substances, to hold up to their noses when the person next to them got a little too ripe. Imagine a grand ballroom filled with hundreds of nobles in powdered wigs and elaborate silks. It might look glamorous in paintings, but the reality was a symphony of sweat, unwashed bodies, and a thick cloud of competing perfumes. Everyone was trying to out-scent each other in a desperate attempt to prove their cleanliness and social standing. It was a world where smelling like a flower garden was just a cover-up for not having bathed in months or even years. So, when did we finally decide it was safe to get back in the water? The shift was incredibly slow and happened over decades, not overnight. It wasn't one single discovery, but a gradual chipping away at old fears. One of the key factors was the rise of hydrotherapy, or the water cure. Doctors began prescribing baths, but not for cleanliness. They prescribed specific types of bathing for specific ailments. Cold plunges were thought to invigorate the body and strengthen the constitution. A trip to a spa town like Bath in England became a medical treatment where you would take the waters, both by drinking it and eventually by bathing in it. Figures in high society also played a role. When influential people like Queen Caroline, wife of King George II, started championing bathing, others slowly began to follow. It became a trend among the wealthy and fashionable to have dedicated bathing rooms in their new modern homes. Architects started including them in their plans. Slowly, the association of water with sickness began to fade, replaced by a new understanding of water as a source of health and vitality. As the scientific understanding of disease evolved away from miasma and toward germ theory in the 19th century, the final nail was put in the coffin of bath phobia. Cleanliness was finally next to godliness, not deadliness. From fearing a single drop of water to our modern world of daily showers and antibacterial everything, our relationship with hygiene has come a long, long way. The 18th century fear of bathing was rooted in the best science they had at the time, the Miasma Theory, and it shaped society in ways we can barely imagine today, from fashion to social etiquette. They weren't dirty because they were lazy. They were dry cleaning themselves and masking odors with perfume because they thought it was the healthy, sophisticated thing to do. Their fear reminds us how deeply our daily habits are tied to our understanding of the world. Which brings up a fascinating question for us today. With our constant scrubbing and sanitizing, are we creating new problems? Are we stripping away our body's natural defenses, making ourselves more vulnerable in different ways? Could it be that in our quest to be perfectly clean, we've gone too far the other way? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this trip back in time, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into history's weirdest moments. See you next time.